Good morning. Welcome to the Maximum Edge Sports Wagering Show. I'm John Santucci. Call me Tooch. With me, as always, Anthony from Pounded Sports. It's Football Sunday, and those bombs you saw going off were 2 out of 3 of our bombs hitting yesterday. So a pretty good day yesterday. Just that, man, I'll tell you, we're going to recap a little bit here. Alabama with that giant spread, Alabama, only winning by 2 against Florida. You had it right. You had it pegged. One of the bombs was Alabama first half, and that hit. Full game, not so much. But Alabama, they're not a veteran team. They've got some young players. They're not the Alabama we saw last year. They got some growing to do.
Their defense is basically the same unit, except for minus a couple players from last year. That defense did not show up yesterday. They started out 21-3 right out of the gate, and it's like they got comfortable because Florida didn't look good. But the only difference Florida did in the second half was Emory Jones ran the ball more, and that was the difference that Alabama couldn't handle. And it was no secret he's a scrambler, so. Alabama defense did not come prepared to win that game by a lot.
Yeah, they squeaked by. I'm sure that Alabama wrecked a lot of parlays yesterday.
Even if you teased them, you lost. That's the crazy thing.
Even if they wrecked a lot of teasers too. That's a great point. And if you love teasers and parlays, you want to hit lottery tickets, and we'll give you a couple lottery tickets too. I hope they don't get wrecked. But another of our bombs that hit yesterday was Fresno State winning outright at UCLA. Yeah. You had it called. You had that pegged. I played it too.
I called that one last Monday. It was like plus 12, I think, or plus 11 or what it was. But UCLA takes the lead with 107 left in the game. You figure it's over, a 4-point lead. Fresno State, within 30 seconds, they drive the ball down, or the touchdown, with 23 seconds left.
Yep.
They scored a touchdown in 30 seconds over UCLA to win the game. That's impressive. Fresno State, if you're a person that's keeping track, Fresno State is now 4-0 against the spread in all 4 games.
Yeah, and let's talk about some of the other guys. I was on the other side of that Marshall beat.
Oh yeah,
I talked about that while that was going on. Up 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. I think I'm coasting. Man, this one's in the bag. I'll turn the game off. What the heck? East Carolina wins outright.
That was fishy. That had fishy written all over it. It was like East Carolina. Something's telling me bad things are going to happen in this game. That's what I said.
Right. Before the game, they were like plus 450 or something. To win outright. So whoever East Carolina fans got a little early Christmas present, but Air Force and Army had a backdoor cover against Connecticut, just like Connecticut finally getting a touchdown. Yep, the backdoor cover
was brutal. So they had 4th down. They threw Connecticut throws it in the end zone. Pass interference. The ball is short. There's no reason for a pass interference. Pass interference called. Next, long story short, the next 4th down UConn has on the 3-yard line, the quarterback scrambles, misses a tackle, touchdown. I was like, you got to be kidding me. So
Air Force too. Bad day for Armed Forces teams, but Air Force too. We thought Air Force was going to win that game also, and we're on the wrong side of that one. But
I wasn't too crazy about the spread, but I figured they would at least win.
Yeah.
But our lottery tickets lost due to Alabama, and that was the big nail in the coffin.
Yeah. Yep. Alabama. We both had Alabama in our lottery tickets.
Or even Boise. Did anyone watch the Boise game? So it was 21-20 going into halftime, and that was the final score. Nobody scored in the second half.
I was lucky. Boise State. So we talked about this yesterday. Boise State is so tough at home. I teased that game up, so Boise State got some points and had a teaser with Fresno State in addition to the bomb of Fresno State. So second half of my day was a lot better than the first half.
Same here.
Hit Alabama first half, and then both our free plays won yesterday.
Yeah.
So we had
Michigan State +7.
Yep.
And we had the all-white game, Penn State Auburn under 48, which I really don't know how that stayed under the total. Because
I was a little worried. It was like 9 minutes left. It was at 48 points.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh crap! That was my free play.
I went to bed. I woke up. I was like, how the heck did that cash? Wait, Air Force lost?
I know. So 2-0 yesterday for Max Edge free plays that you get on this show.
Yep.
If you're tuning in,
for everybody,
we got 2 more today, free plays, and you know what? We can see your comments. So if you've got any questions, Anthony and I will answer them. Definitely. Twitter or YouTube, post those questions in there, and we'll put up our lottery tickets. You could pause the YouTube broadcast and copy down the parlay or teaser, and both of us have got some lottery tickets for you in addition to free plays. So let's talk about the NFL today. Our first game we're going to talk about is the Patriots and the Jets. And Patriots are at the Jets. Both teams are 0-1. What you have here is Patriots -6, I think. Is that right? -6.
Yes.
And the Jet and over-under of 43. This line opened at Jets +3.5. Patriots -3.5. Over-under sat for a week at 43. Hasn't moved. I think today some places have it at 42.5. But got some key injuries. Patriots linebacker Kyle Van Noy is out, and tackle Trent Brown is out. Jonnu Smith is questionable tight end. And for the Jets, safety LaMarcus Joyner's out for the season, and tackle Mekhi Becton, who's I believe their left tackle. He's out for the season too. So, Jets got a couple key injuries. They lose their left tackle. Patriots lose one of their best pass rushers in Van Noy, and they also lose their right tackle. And Jonnu Smith questionable, so I guess we'll see a lot of Hunter Henry in this game. But as far as the money, 65% of the bets are on the Patriots, and 62% of the money is on the Patriots. Anthony, your thoughts on Patriots-Jets?
I hate the Jets. I mean, I think this is a consensus. I mean,
you like the Patriots today, then?
Looking at the line, the Patriots should roll. I mean, it's a little too good to be true, personally, but it's because they're on the road. Now that I'm thinking about it, every year that Tom Brady was on there, I would take the Patriots with the spread in New York, but it was always a grind. No matter how bad the Jets were and how good the Patriots were, it was always a grind. It was a sweaty game. You're sweating. It's like, how the heck are the Jets still in this game? Believe it or not, the Jets play the Patriots tough in New York, no matter how bad the team is. The Patriots are 18-2 their last 20 games over the Jets, and they have won 10 straight versus the Jets. 19-3 against the Jets since 2010.
Yeah.
So they own the Jets. Okay.
Yep.
6. I'm taking the Patriots. There's nothing that tells me to take the Jets. Yes, it's home field for the Jets. The Jets have a quarterback now. They got a running game. They got a better defense. I'm on the Patriots. I can't take it. I'd rather lose with the Patriots than lose with the Jets. I can't.
We were all over the Dolphins last week against the Patriots.
Yeah, the Dolphins, you got to think about it. The Dolphins are 1,000 times better team than the Jets, and they're in Miami, which Miami always beats the Patriots for some reason. So I like the Miami, and we got lucky on that one. On that one because the Patriots were driving, turnover, and that's how we won that game. But regardless, I'm on the Patriots this week. I think the Patriots come out firing. I just don't see the Patriots going 0-2 as well.
Right. Well, Patriots and Jets, there's a lot of history here. The total's gone under 7 of the last 9 New England games. Jets under in 4 of the last 5 games. And the under has hit 7 of the last 10 games between these two teams. So there's some history for the under. My leans toward the under. Yeah, this is 2 rookie quarterbacks, 2 fairly good defenses. These teams don't light it up. You got some rookies that are going to be playing a little conservative playbook with these 2 rookies. And Mac Jones has looked pretty good. Zach Wilson's looked okay. And Mac Jones broke the rookie record for debut completion percentage. It's like he completed 70-something% of his passes. So the Patriots are kind of in this new era. They've moved on from Tom Brady, of course, and Cam Newton, and now they've got a guy that I think that they can groom for the future in Mac Jones. And then, of course, yeah, I love his game. He's not flashy. He just puts the ball where the receiver could do something with it.
He's in the perfect system.
He's in the
perfect system.
Perfect system for him.
I don't think he would sprout in any other team, but because he's in this system, it fits him perfect. And that's why he's going to have a bright career.
Yeah, and he's a smart player too. And then Zach Wilson, he's going to benefit from NFL coaching. He had some problem reading defenses in college, didn't play a lot of top college defenses. Now he's in the NFL facing some complex defenses. It's going to take a little time, but the kid's got some talent.
I'm not sold on him.
Yeah,
I'm not sold on Zach Wilson. I think
neither am I.
Bust.
Okay.
He struggled last week.
It's too early to tell for me.
It is.
I think.
I'm just not sold on him. I'm not sold on him, and I'm not sold on Trevor Lawrence. I gave Trevor Lawrence the fact of the doubt last week for the Texans, and he was exactly what I thought he was. He's a bust. He's He's got no protection, number one.
Yeah,
that's a whole other story.
Look at he's playing. They've got some good receivers. They've got no defense. They've got no offensive line.
No defense, no offensive line. Trevor Lawrence was running for his life. He can throw the ball. I'll give him that. Yeah. He can throw the ball, sling the ball, but overall winning and managing the game, he can't do that.
Now, people who are thinking that Trevor Lawrence is going to be, the next Justin Herbert, look where Justin Herbert landed. He landed in a good offensive system with good weapons, decent offensive line, and a pretty good defense. Jacksonville is not Los Angeles Chargers.
Lawrence would be a better fit in the New York Jets system than Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson doesn't know. He doesn't know what he's got. Zach Wilson's like a little kid still. He's like 14 years old in a varsity football team. That's what he is. He doesn't know what the hell he's got.
A lot of growing to do. So you're leaning Patriots. I'm leaning under. Let's talk about our next game, which is Bills and Dolphins. The Bills 0-1 are a 3.5 point favorite at the Dolphins.
Bills 3.5.
Dolphins a home dog.
Yeah, again.
No, but they were in Foxborough last week.
You're right.
Right.
You're right.
So you got over under a 47.5. This line opened at -3.5, and it sat there too. And this line hasn't really moved.
No.
So you got some key injuries on the Dolphins. Man, Devontae Parker and Will Fuller both out for this game.
What a surprise! What a surprise!
Yeah, Will Fuller not. Yeah, both guys.
Personal issues. He suspended last week. Takes a day off. Takes a week off this week for personal issues. And then you got Devontae Parker injured. What a surprise!
Always injured. Yep.
People that are Dolphins fans, this isn't a surprise to them. He plays when he wants to play.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised he's still on the team personally. But
Bill's relatively healthy. Their defensive tackle, Starlo Tulele, is questionable. Other than that, there's nobody really significant out for this game. He'll probably suit up for this one. You got 63% of the bets on the Bills and 61% of the money on the Bills. So the public are liking the Bills. How do you feel?
So crazy enough. So I don't usually do this. Very, very rare that I do this. I like the Dolphins to cover, but the Bills to win. Okay.
That's a narrow. That means it's going to be a close game.
It's going to definitely be a close game. Dolphins have a great defense.
You cannot – this is a hard – I can't see the Bills starting 0-2.
I don't either. But I also don't see the Dolphins getting blown out by more than 4 points at home.
Yeah. That's a narrow gap. So if you're wagering – we're leaning Dolphins plus the points.
This game and the last game with the Jets, the better bet is taking the under in the total. I like the unders in both. Taking the sides, there's tons more risk. And the Patriots Jets, I think Zach Wilson's going to make a few mistakes, and that's going to make the Patriots cover. But if he doesn't make mistakes, the Jets will probably cover. Now, this
Yep.
game, I'd rather go with the under 48 because you got two great defenses going at it. So what? They're in
Yeah.
Miami, great weather and everything. I mean, it's going to be a duel. But Stephon Diggs is the player to watch in this game. He had over 235 yards receiving in both games last year versus the Dolphins. So if you got him on fantasy like I do, I had him benched originally just because I know the Dolphins have a good defense. But when I read his stats against the Dolphins, I put him right back in the lineup.
Yeah, he's a must start every week. I just plug him in there and I forget about him unless he's on a bye. But
Yeah.
that's so okay. We got look, the under is more sharper play for us. I mean, same with the under in the Patriots and Jets, because I mean, in that game, I talked before the show. I see a lot of stalled drives with the two rookie quarterbacks. Just drive stalling out, a lot more punts than usual. But I mean, we'll see. I like that play too.
Well,
and then,
Belichick likes to run the ball.
Yeah.
Ball.
Yep.
I mean, he's going to have a couple drives. He's going to tell the guy to tell Mac Jones to air it out. But other than that, if they got the lead in the fourth quarter, you're going to see another Tom Brady drive.
Yep.
Run the ball, run the ball.
Yep.
And that's what the Patriots do best. When they got the lead, they secure it and have a great running game.
Yep. And play good defense. All right, so let's move on to the next game. We're talking my hometown Bears hosting the Bengals.
Our hometown, yes.
Our hometown, are both our hometowns.
Both of ours.
Our personal team that we root for. Yep.
Yeah. We root for the Bears.
Yep. Long suffering Bears fans.
Yes.
Bengals 1-0 with a victory over the Vikings last week. They're getting 1.5 points at the Bears. This line opened at -2, but I saw it all the way up at +3.5.
Me too.
For a while.
Me too.
And then now it's been punched down to +1.5 for the Bengals. Over under a 45, which that number hasn't changed since it opened. Let's see the key injuries. You've got cornerback Trey Waynes out. T. Higgins has got a knee injury, but he looks like he's going to play. The Bears lost tackle Larry Borum, pretty good rookie that they've had troubles on the offensive line, but Jason Peters looks like he's going to play at left tackle.
He's expected to play. Yep.
And then Eddie Goldman is out again this week, so that's a beef on the trenches for the Bears out for this game. How are you feeling, Bears Bengals? I think you like the Bengals.
You and Aaron spoke about this after yesterday's show.
We did.
I think the Bears have to lose to get Justin Fields in the game. They have to lose. Otherwise, we're going to see more of Andy Dalton. I am the biggest hater. I don't want to say hater, but fader of Andy Dalton. This guy cannot win a game. He can't win a game. I mean, I'm just reality. I'm going to fade my Bears, who have no pass defense, no passing game. I mean, you got decent receivers, average receivers at best, and with nobody to throw to.
And they're banged up, the receiving crew, the Bears.
Outside of Allen Robinson, I love Cole Kmet. But they're not using Cole Kmet because Matt Nagy doesn't know how to use him.
Yeah.
You got a horrible coach, horrible defensive pass. I mean, you saw the Rams. They were just toying with the Bears' defense, pass defense. Now, the Bears had a great running game last week versus the Rams, and that is a very good defense. So that was showing a lot of promise.
Yeah, that Bears running back didn't have a lot of blocking, but he made a lot of plays.
Yeah, so but as soon as they gave the ball to Andy Dalton, he screwed the whole damn thing up. Like, I know one play was 4th and 3. He threw it in double coverage. Instead, he had a receiver. I think it was the third.
It was Cole Kmet was wide open. Yeah.
Wide open. But I'm like, that's Andy Dalton. So I'm going to take the.
How did he miss that?
So one thing we know is it's very, very hard to beat the Bears in Soldier Field unless you're the Packers. The Packers, that's like their second home. But I'm going to take the Bengals. The Bengals had a very, very impressive week last week. They gave Joe Burrow more protection. Their defense was outstanding versus a very good Vikings team. So I think the Bengals is the big play here. I'm not going to put a lot of money on it, but I love the Bengals today. Love them.
Wow. Okay. Like we were all over the Rams last week. That was one of our max plays if you're in VIPs. Rams -7.
Oh, that was the 20-unit bomb. That was the
Yep,
easiest win. Yeah.
that was an easy bet. But today, I mean, it would be just like the Bears to show up and get a victory. And keep Justin Fields on the bench and keep Matt Nagy employed. That would be that that's kind of the Bears thing to do. It's so Bears. But
If
how
they
about
don't, if
the
they
total?
lose today, when's the next time they're actually going to have a chance to win?
They're
I don't
playing the
even think
Browns next week, I think, right?
they're
By
going to get
Browns.
smoked by the Browns, and I don't even think they can beat the Lions in Detroit. I'm telling you, this Bears team is not good.
I know, and in spite of it, they're in a division that 8 and 9 could win the division. So
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll see how the Packers play on Monday, but
yeah, we'll know more. We'll know more after the Packers and Lions
it's
play.
very doable to have to play second in this division. But the
Yeah.
Bears do have the second strongest or second hardest schedule of the year. So
Yep.
it's probably a good thing that Andy Dalton is out there just so we lose games, get a better draft pick, and put Justin Fields out there at the end of the year, get some learning experience, and start 2022 in a high note.
And that's the story. How soon before the Bears put Justin Fields in at quarterback? That's the
Matt
big
Nagy's
story.
an idiot. Matt Nagy's an
Big
idiot.
story.
He's
I mean,
the biggest moron I have ever seen as an NFL coach.
I am not a fan. I wanted him gone 2 years ago, but
I'd rather have Lovie Smith back. I love that guy. At least he put together a decent defense.
his teams competed. Yeah, that's true. The Tampa 2. We saw the Bears try to play against the Tampa 2 last week. St. Louis. They had that coverage. That just made the Bears dink and dunk all game. So, but
yeah,
let's.
Bengals.
Anthony likes the Bengals. What about the total? We didn't talk about the total yet. I lean over. 45 isn't a lot of points.
Yeah.
I could see this game being 27-24, 27-23.
The Bears are going to put some points on the board, as much as I hate to say it because of Andy Dalton. But they are going to put some points on the board. They're at home.
Yep.
And if they don't, they're just going to get smoked. So over 44 is my lean. I'm with you right there. That's a low number.
Yeah.
Because they're predicting the Bears have a dominant defense. They don't.
No.
They don't have a dominant defense. They have a great defensive line, which is really sad to say because they're wasting the talent right now.
Yeah, the secondary's got some troubles back there. Let's move on to Vikings and Cardinals. You've got the Vikings, a 3.5-point favorite in Phoenix. Over under a 50.5. This line opened at -4, so everything's kind of sat right where it is. Some key injuries. The Vikings have got some injuries on defense, man. Everson Griffin out. Anthony Barr is out. Linebacker Eddie Kendricks is questionable. Meanwhile, you just have the Cardinals. Their tackle Kelvin Beachum is questionable. But 72% of the bets on the Cardinals and 71% of the money is on the Cardinals. So everybody's feeling Cardinals. Do the Vikings have a chance keeping this close and getting 3.5?
Oh, let me put it this way. Last week, the Cardinals, they came out and they made a statement. That Kyler Murray cannot be touched. He looks 1,000 times better than he did last year.
Yeah.
He looked pretty good last year. Don't get me wrong. Their defense looked much improved. But I think the key to this game is the injuries in linebacker position for the Vikings. Those are not just minor injuries. Those are major injuries. Those are major parts of that defense. That's like saying Khalil Mack and I can't think of the other guy's name. But either way, two major pieces of a defense is out. I think the Cardinals are going to just rape all over the Vikings today at home. Hometown crowd is going to just feast on this game.
Well, I'll tell you, if the Cardinals start out 2-0, man, that's seriously going to help their chances towards winning that division. And you might see the Rams and Cardinals battling it out for position. Well, I'm not sold on the 49ers yet. I got to see a little bit more. I don't think their defense.
Up so many points to Detroit. I don't know if it's the Niners defense, and I just can't I just don't see the Lions offense being that good. So there's a lot of question marks still. But one thing I did see was Dalvin Cook was stopped last week by the Bengals, which he's very hard to stop. Kirk
Yep.
Cousins got a ton of pressure. So is it his offensive line that struggled, or is it the Bengals' defensive line was that good? So it's easy to say that the Vikings are garbage, they're bad. There could just be a bad matchup, you know.
Yeah.
But
Could have just been a bad matchup. I
do
think they got a
believe-
bad matchup this week too. I'll tell
they
you,
got a bad matchup.
I love the Cardinals in this game.
I love the Cardinals just solely based on those injuries.
Yep.
Vikings got weapons, so no one don't think that the Vikings don't have a chance here. I just think the Cardinals are just going to feast all over that defense more, just because of those injuries. Those two linebackers are the core of is that defense. Outside of that, they really don't have anybody that can make a huge impact.
Right. I mean, Vikings, I think, can score in this game.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to shut the Vikings out like they shut out the Titans. I mean, that Titans Cardinals game,
Tennessee wasn't. They just weren't prepared.
They were not prepared at all. Yeah, which is
were
strange
not.
because Mike Vrabel, usually a pretty good coach. You know,
Oh, he's
It
a very
doesn't-
good coach.
yeah.
Even when they were mediocre, he played competitive versus everybody. They might
Yeah.
have had their fair share of losses, but they were very competitive. So don't ever take the Titans. As long as Mike Vrabel's coach, don't ever take the Titans lightly.
Yeah. And today, man, they're getting 6.5 points in Seattle.
That
So
could be a great game.
that'll be a good game to watch as well. The total in the Vikings and Cardinals game at 50.5 right now, 51 around there. I like the over in this game. I think
Yeah,
both
I'd say
teams can
over.
score.
Cardinals
I-
are going to put their share of points.
Cardinals could put 35 points up by themselves.
And the
So all you're
Vikings just
thinking,
have too many weapons on offense to not
Yep.
go over.
yeah,
So over with the Cardinals minus, and I'll take the -3. Always by
Yeah.
the hook. You never know what happens. We've seen some crazy things happen. Always
Yep.
by the hook.
All right, so Sunday Night Football, before we wrap this up and get to our free plays and our lottery ticket, this is going to be a good game. And these two teams have been battling each other for a long time. You know, it seems like they play each other every year, you know, either whether it's
Yeah.
playoffs or in the regular season. But you got the Chiefs at the Ravens. Ravens 0-1, Chiefs 1-0, squeaking by the Browns last week. And the Ravens lost a close one to the Raiders in Las Vegas. So what we're sitting at here is Chiefs -3.5, over under 54. This line opened at Chiefs -2.5, and the over under 55.5. So creeping down to the under, people thinking about playing the under. Some of the trends kind of suggest under, but when you got the Chiefs, man,
Patrick
you gotta be thinking over every game. I don't think
You have to.
so. If we boil that down, and people are playing under, they don't think the Ravens are going to score, as you know, because the Chiefs sure can score.
And the
And
Ravens can score. They have too many weapons on offense. Lamar Jackson is just too good to not put points on the board.
Yeah,
I mean, even last week, that game had under written all over it. And then that fourth quarter, they were just exchanging points left and right.
yeah,
I mean, how do you not take the over in this game is the question. Because
I agree.
the Chiefs' defense, they're not that good. They're
they get
average.
some key players back. You and I talked about this before the game. They get 3 key players back that they didn't
But
have last week.
They're still going to give up their share
Yeah.
of points.
They're a bend but
Now-
not break defense, also. You
Look
know,
at
but
last week. The Chiefs were down 11. One play, Mahomes to Tyreek Hill, 85-yard touchdown pass.
yeah,
And they're right back in the game. But that's how good the Chiefs are.
Yeah.
Never count them out.
when you got players like Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and Patrick Mahomes, I mean, you can never. They were down at halftime. You know, people wanted to cash out their tickets. You know, thinking the Browns. Oh boy, here we go. The Chiefs aren't going to
So-
cover. But hey, man, I love the Chiefs in this game. I think the Chiefs will probably
Chiefs
cover
will be
3.5 points.
And Tooch, we got a comment. Cowboys
Oh.
+3, question mark. So that's a great game. We'll go over that real quick. Cowboys Chargers. You got the
Right, that's from
Chargers-
Tony Vaca. Thanks for chiming in here. Cowboys, yeah, +3. Cowboys are without DeMarcus Lawrence, which is going to hurt their defense a little bit. I mean,
It's gonna hurt the run game.
To me, the play is on the total, man.
Yeah,
You and I talked about the play is a total, man. If if you're even the side with the Cowboys +3,
it can go both ways.
I don't know. I mean, Chargers are going to score too. That's a great offense there too. Do I think the Cowboys can win? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. They're getting 3 points on the road, right, Anthony?
They're getting
which means
3.5 points on the road.
They're getting 3.5 on the road, which I like to. I mean, I don't hate that play. I like the total better.
Yeah,
I think I'm playing the total.
I'm playing the over on the total.
Full
as well.
disclosure, I'm playing the over in this game.
I would avoid the sides. Whatever. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your Twitter handle, but I would
Tony Vaca.
Yeah, I would avoid the side and just go for the over and just root for points because the Cowboys defense is going to give up almost 30 points. Chargers defense, it's very good, but the
Cowboys offense,
they ran right through the Buccaneers defense. So it's going to be points. So
Dak Prescott looked amazing. I mean, people cannot cover. Now the Chargers do have some good talent in the secondary, and a decent pass rush, but you cannot cover CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper all game. Those guys are good. Those guys are going to eat. Then you got Ezekiel Elliott running. I mean, he didn't do much last week, but he's also a good receiver out of the backfield. That Cowboys offensive line is really good. Dak Prescott's going to keep plays alive with his feet. So, yeah, I mean, I love over in this game. But Cowboys +3, I mean, I don't hate it. I think the Cowboys can win. I just think there's better games on the board as far as the side.
I would take the over all the way up to 56. If it hits 56, I would not touch it.
Yeah.
Because that's going to avoid – you're going to need another score. So I would – to answer your question, avoid the Cowboys +3. And it's a consensus. Take the over and play have fun with the over.
Right on. All right. So you want to do lottery tickets or do
promos real quick.
We'll do hit our promos. Remember that we'll be back here Monday night, 6 p.m. Eastern, to talk Monday Night Football. Yes. We have the Packers and Lions going tomorrow night. We'll talk about our leans and edge for that game, and then of course give out a free play. And Anthony's going to talk a little bit about his promo.
So today last Sunday we destroyed NFL Sunday. Destroyed it. We had a 10-unit bomb, a 20-unit bomb, crushed it. This week we have 2 10-unit bombs. If any of them lose, you're going to get a free week. So go to PoundofSports.com. It's $20 for the day. I got, I think, about 7 plays total, including a 5-unit play. It's from 1 o'clock Eastern time all the way through Sunday Night Football. So sign up. Got a great card. We're going to win.
All right. Now here's a special I'm running. This is for Maximum Edge fans. All you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you'll get my NFL plays for today. I get minimum 3 plays for free. All you do is send me a screenshot of you subscribing to the Maximum Edge YouTube channel, and then you'll get my plays for today free.
And
It doesn't get any easier than that, right?
No, not really. Not really at all. And you can just type in Maximum Edge Podcast in YouTube, and you'll see us, and just subscribe to the channel.
Maximum Edge Sports will bring up our channel. You'll see the logo, the big gold on black.
And it's all free.
And it'll be free. All you have to do is take a little screenshot of you subscribing to the YouTube channel, DM me on Twitter. My handle's @JohnSantucciVIP right there below my picture.
Perfect.
All right. So I want to give out free plays or lottery tickets first. Let's do
lottery tickets.
Let's do a lottery ticket.
Part of the show.
We have a lottery ticket transition. Man, that drummer's really good, huh?
Yeah, not too bad.
No, I'm just kidding. All right, so let's we'll flash up yours first, Anthony.
Sure. So yesterday we had our lottery ticket and lost with Alabama -14. Today we're going to come right back at it. It's for entertainment purposes only.
Yep.
For $33, it's a money line parlay. I love the Bengals. I've told you that. I love the Bengals. We got the Steelers money line. So this is the money line parlay. Bengals +1 money line, whatever you want to do. Steelers. I really don't see the Raiders beating the Steelers. Now the spread's a whole nother part. Steelers money line. Rams. I see the Rams beating the Colts. Broncos to beat the Jaguars. Jaguars are a hot mess. Cardinals, as we talked about earlier, they're going to put points on the board. They're going to beat the Vikings. The Buccaneers, that's a joke. That's an easy win. And the Chiefs money line, I think they edge out the Ravens tonight. Again, it's the money line.
Man, I like that.
$33 pays $464. Great value, great upside. It's worth a shot. Have fun with it. It's from 1 o'clock through Sunday night. That's a lottery ticket.
Right on, man. I like that. I'm going to play that one. That's probably better than mine.
Let's see what yours is.
All right. So I have a 10-leg NFL teaser. We're teasing the Steelers up to +1.5, Bengals +7.5, Dolphins +9.5 at home. A tease up the under in the Patriots-Jets games. We're going to tease up the Eagles to +9, the Broncos down to even money. The Falcons will tease them up to Cardinals up to 2.5. The Buccaneers will tease that down to 6.5. Or tease down the over for the Cowboys and Chargers. They just have to score 49 points total. And tease down the over for the Chiefs and Ravens down to 47.5. $25 pays 500 and something.
Yeah, that's great value. I mean, that's a teaser too. So I mean, these are fun tickets. You put the plays in and you just watch the games, guys. These are just fun tickets to play. If they hit, great. If not, hey, we had fun playing them.
If this one hits, my wife will be very happy. All right, so let's give away our free plays for today. We got 2 plays. Is that right?
Yep, we went 2-0 yesterday in our free plays, so we're 8-4 overall on the show.
Nice.
And,
nice. All right, let's give it. All right, so first free play is the Bengals money line, and the second play is the under in the Patriots and Jets.
Yeah, we love the Bengals. I mean, I love the Bengals at least. I love the Bengals. I fade the Bears. Patriots and Jets, it's always a duel. It's going to be a lot of running games. Zach Wilson is not going to put a lot of points on the board. Mac Jones is not going to put a lot of points on the board. They're going to be running the ball. And I love the under here. I think it's
I do too. Like 16-10 game. Yeah, boring.
Yeah,
20-16
boring game. 43 is a lot of points in this matchup.
Yeah.
So we love the under.
I could see 24-20, which would screw us, but we'll see. I don't think
Zach Wilson won't put up 20 points. No way.
Yeah.
Not versus Patriots defense.
Yeah.
It's going to be more like a 24-10 type game.
There you go. All right, so that's it for today, and we'll see you back tomorrow, probably 6 Eastern. We'll talk some Monday Night Football and give out another free play. We're 8-4 so far, right? What free plays?
Yeah.
Man, all right. We'll see you see you tomorrow.
And I'm the team captain. He's the preview, and I'm the main attraction.
Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible. Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible.
Invincible hustle, mighty desire to conspire, to transpire, to